Hello and good afternoon. I am so excited and a little overwhelmed to be honored here today. My first thought that was, maybe it was a slow year at IMSA. Perhaps no new plants were discovered to cure cancer or create a nice foot scrub. No billion-dollar web programs or corporate geniuses were highlighted. But I read my IMSA magazine and I realized I was wrong. IMSA graduates continue to break new ground each and every year. I got this award because of the value that IMSA places on educating the whole person, something I think they do very well. I just wanted to briefly share, for those of you who may be wondering, how I moved from a math and science background into urban and multicultural education. Most people think of IMSA in very narrow terms of math and science, but it is so much more. My love affair with multiculturalism and racially and culturally diverse living and learning spaces started at IMSA. My roommate, Sona Dininichek, was a white girl from Chicago who had an Indian name. My best friend, Suja Chako, who slept head to head with me every night until we got our new dorms, was actually Indian and lived in a near west suburb while her family was petitioning to remain in the United States. My most competition for best dancer in the school, and at our 20-year reunion, I still see that she still is my most competition, is Bonnie Min, a first-generation Korean immigrant whose mother still makes the best egg rolls I have ever tasted. And every one of my African-American friends couldn't be more different. From Alicia Alexander in Waukegan to Monique Howry in Kankakee, I learned that for them, diversity isn't just about race. From my teachers at IMSA, I learned the best pedagogical techniques. When my graduate students say that math and science cannot be taught in culturally sensitive ways, I tell them about Mrs. Evans, Mr. Chin, Dr. Cannon, Dr. Pine, and Dr. Goebel, who never gave worksheets and made math and science come alive through problem solving and laboratory experiments. And even when they spent long nights tutoring me, ooh, so long nights tutoring me, they never said or even hinted that it was my fault for not getting a concept. When my humanities teachers complain about student engagement, I share activities from Mrs. Taylor, Mr. Steppen, and Dr. Clark that made us stretch beyond our limited perceptions of ourselves, our families, our communities, and showed us the bigger issues and exciting relationships with theory that connected history and literature to the world. I completely tested out of college Spanish because of Senora Lopez's language immersion methods. And I still remember the first time I ate paella, a favorite dish of mine, was on a field trip with her. IMSA gave us the opportunity to live and learn with culture swirling all around us. Because of IMSA, I have not only observed multicultural education, but I lived it for 3 years, and I will love it forever. My only real sadness is that so few young people get to experience the quality of teaching, the cutting-edge resources, and the unique opportunities that IMSA provides. My life philosophy is from the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 48 in the Bible. To whom much is given, of her shall much be required. I have been given, enjoyed, and benefited from much. So I use my scholarship to push for public schools to provide all children with the same amazing, lasting experiences that I had at IMSA. IMSAs should be everywhere. I want to close by thanking my parents for doing the hardest thing they ever did, which was to let their baby go away to school at 14 years old. My parents are here, so I just want them to wave. And I want to thank my sister for telling me that I was stupid if I did not go to IMSA. and for giving birth to 2 future IMSA students. Peyton, who's still awake, is our biochemist. She loves lab work, and she thinks like a scientist. She even asked, what exactly does a heron look like, Aunt Tandy, and what are its colors? So you've got one right over there, Dr. Workman. And Jared is our oceanographer. He can name at least 5 types of sharks and squids, their eating habits, and their migration patterns. And so my family's love affair with science and multiculturalism continues. Again, this award means more than I can say. Thank you very much.